Hi, everyone. This is Matt from ClickBid. I wanted to record a quick, more condensed webinar to hand out as a recording, and then I wanted to edit together the actual demonstration of the live auction. And so, in order to do that, I needed to re-record and do some editing so that you could get a very nice, clean, and consistent final product to walk away with, something that would be really constructive. So I'm going to cruise through the presentation really quickly and go over the salient points very concise and clean and crisp. So that way the video that you have can be watched quickly and you can get kind of the whole main point of it. So, in this presentation, I wanted to discuss the yes and yes factor, the fall and winter season, and then of course jump into that deep dive and finish up with a simulated auction. The yes and yes were the answers to the two major questions of should you still do an event and will my donors attend? We have concerns and questions, venues are booked, budget concerns for the spring with whether or not donors will attend. Are people attending events right now? And our donors are older, less savvy. And really a lot of those are concerns we've heard throughout the years, but it doesn't actually bear out in the evidence of these events. People are going to events. The older and less technical folks are actually proving to be very technical with smartphones and things like that. And then with your events, even though your fall venues are booked, you can do virtual auctions. And quite frankly, what we've seen with events is that people are doing virtual events and they're raising as much and sometimes even more money at their virtual events than if they were to hold them as physical galas. And so, looking towards the future, this summer, this fall, definitely we feel it's very, very important to be prepared. And one of the reasons we created EvenStream was because we wanted you to have a future-proof gala. We want to make sure that you can run your event without any, setbacks or cancellations or anything like that. And so certainly you can do a hybrid event with a gala that's physically, people are present, and then you can also do one that's virtual for people who can't attend. And even in the best of situations, people sometimes can't attend your event, and they represent donors who will give to your charity if you give them an opportunity through a virtual option. And really, this is part of the new normal. Data is gathered mostly online. Video, social chat, payments, everything is done in an online environment. So it's really important to, really embrace that. And for EvenStream, that's the next step for us in fundraising, is taking even the galas that we put on and putting them online so that people can participate, even if they can't attend. And so now we dig into the deep dive of your event. And for that, I switch over to my ClickBid admin. And, on my welcome screen, I just wanted to point out here the, important links section. In a virtual gala, it's important to look at this as your virtual venue. The web address that you get when you sign up for ClickBid is what people will go to buy tickets, register to bid, preview the auction items, make a donation, learn about the event, the details of the event, how to bid in the event, actually place bids in the event, make payments, and see follow-up information such as photos from the event, recordings of streaming, videos that happened during the event, and so on. It's all contained in this one web address. Now, with EvenStream, what we wanted to do and what we feel separates us from, our other organizations that have provided this service is that everything you need is inside ClickBid. So you don't have to go out and buy another service and try to integrate it into mobile bidding or different platforms. It's all built and embedded right into ClickBid. So once you're inside ClickBid, you're always inside ClickBid. And what EvenStream gives you is the ability to let individuals bid on live items from their homes, from a hotel, from anywhere in addition to the gala. So again, one of the differences with ClickBid is that you actually also get the ability to bid on a live auction like you've always bid on at a physical event, raising your paddle, but also if you're not able to attend the event or if you're running a completely virtual event. People can bid from their homes, guided by a live video stream with an auctioneer or an MC or a host. That's the real power of our EvenStream service. So to kind of showcase some of that, I'm going to go to my items, manage items, and I'm going to create a new auction item, and I'm going to call it the Fantastic Live Item. I am going to make it active. I'm going to close it tomorrow at 6 p.m. with just like the rest of my auction items. And then I'm going to change it from an item type of silent to live. Now, what I've done up to this point is exactly what I would have done as long as I've used ClickBid. I want to create a live item, I give it a name, I make it active, I let people look at it, and it closes at 6 p.m. at the night of the event. But now with EvenStream, I can actually choose yes to allowing live bids. What this does is it gives me two more input boxes, the starting bid and the bidding increment. So I'm going to set the starting bid to $4,000, increment to $500. So when people can start bidding on this item, they're going to start at $4,000 and they're going to bid in $500 increments. Well, if you're the organizer of the event, then you may not know exactly where you want to start it and how much you want to increment it by. You may need to talk to your auctioneer who's going to manage this part of the event. So this is a great starting point. The good news about EvenStream is we allow you to make changes on the fly. So if you decide that the starting bid should be $5,000 or $3,000, or if the increment should be $1,000 instead of $500, you can change all of that right up until the moment, and even at the moment you start allowing bids on this item. And this is all there is to it. So I've created an item, given it a name, set it to active, set the closing time, turned it into a live item, and I've said yes to allow live bids. And then the last thing I did was I put a starting bid and a bidding increment. Very, very simple. You can add, descriptions, photos, and so on, just like you would any other regular auction item in ClickBid. When you're done, you just go complete and go back. And now, as you build your catalog, you'll notice here that I've filtered on my tags to event. I want to show you the live auction items that are going to be biddable from a mobile phone, from anywhere that anybody's registered to bid, whether it's at the event or at home. I have these 6 items from the 4 Red Wings tickets to the fantastic live item that I just created, and we tagged them as EvenStream items. All right, so we've added 6 items as part of our entire 37 item auction. And now I want to open my auction. It's maybe Tuesday. My event is on Friday night, but I'm going to let people bid. So I'm just going to set all of these auction items. I'm going to choose all. I'm going to choose all of my auction items. I'm going to change status to active, change closing time, and let's just continue this. The 19th at 6 p.m. And I'm going to update both of these and hit update. Now, all of my items are active. Their item types are set right, and I can go ahead and let people start bidding. Now, again, on my home screen, I have the important link here. This is my virtual venue. So if I copy this, or I press the copy button, easier, open up a new tab, paste. Now I have my virtual auction. And this is, again, my virtual venue. This is where I get all of my information. This is where I go to socialize and mingle and so on. Now I know that I have a bidder number of 106. And I'm going to type in my password. And now I am bidding in the silent auction. I have the option to open chat, give a name, start bidding, start communicating with folks, and so on. Now, the other part of the event stream is the ability to stream video and run your live auction from a computer so that people from home can bid. To do that, I would go to Event Central, and when I use the EvenStream service, I have a new feature here called Live Broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Live Broadcast, and it's going to open my video stream. So you can see here that I have a video stream. If I wanted to press start, I could start my live broadcast, and then everybody would see it. So if I go ahead and press start, it says connecting, and then it says stop. So now I'm broadcasting, and if I'm inside my bidding site, I can see here there's a new live pop-up that just showed up. I go ahead and hit start and play, and there you go. Now this will play as long as I have my stream going. As long as I'm recording, you'll be able to see, all of your bidders will be able to see the live stream, and they can watch this. And this is what it looks like on a computer. If it's a mobile device, it would show in the top third of the screen. so that you could always keep bidding in the auction. Now, once I've started doing that, what I'm going to also do is pop open the Butler screen. And if you've used ClickBid before, this is the screen that lets you check in bidders, check out bidders, add bids, remove bids, run the appeal display. And now it also lets you run the event stream. So if you have one or more live auction items that you're allowing people to bid from home on, you'll see this button. I can pop this open. You can now get a confidence screen of the live audio and video feed. And then you can also start auctioning off those auction items. In this case, I have the Red Wings tickets. Those are up for bid right now. So if I were to be bidding on my device, I could go ahead and press bid live, and I can start bidding on this item. So I'm going to bid $300, yes. And so now I'm winning the item, and pop back over here to my auction screen, and you can see here that Matthew Burnell is winning for $300. This is the bid history. As a bidder, if I wanted to bid $350, $400, $450, and you'll see all of these coming in as the auctioneer, and you can continue to call the auction, you can up the auction and so on. When you're ready to sell the item, you can press sell, and that will close the item, and the current high bidder will become the winner. Before you do that, if you decide to change the minimum amount, let's say I'm going up by 50 and I think, oh, I want to add, I want it to be, let's see, I'm going to add $500 to the minimum bid, which is kind of funny because it's so low. But if I wanted to add 500, boom, now I'm at 550. And so now my next bid is $1,000, and it automatically updates all of your bidders so that they see the $1,000. They can go ahead and bid that, and then you'll see that $1,000 come in. The next bid is $550, and you realize, well, that's a little bit too much. I'm going to take it down to $400, $300. I'm going to increase the next bid by $200. This is a great tool to have when you're getting close to the end of the bidding and people aren't bidding as much. So that way you can decrease the increment. If you've been going at $1,000, for instance, you can knock off $500, and now you're only increasing at $500. So you can get as much money as possible out of that live auction item. So again, like I said, when you're ready to sell it, going once, going twice, hit sell. And now the person who was bidding on it is now the winner. When you're ready to move on to the next item, the one I added earlier, fantastic live item, you can click on it to activate it so that people can preview the item. And what that means is that as the bidder, I see here fantastic live item, and it says this item is not currently accepting bids. If I had put some details, a photo, that would all show here. When I'm ready to start the bidding, I can say, okay, folks, we're going to start the bidding at $4,000. Do I see $4,000? And people will automatically be able to bid. So really what's happening is that as the auctioneer, the host, the MC, you're controlling what people can bid on with this screen. I'm controlling that, letting people bid on items when I decide they're ready to bid. And again, folks can keep bidding, and as they decide to bid, you'll see those bids come in real time. So when you're ready, you can say, I'm okay, 5,000, I see 5,000 going once, 5,000 going twice. It is sold, $4,500 to Matthew Burnell. And again, as the bidder, I now see I have won this item. Now I'm jumping back and forth between these screens, but what I'm doing really is I'm jumping back and forth between the organizers of the event seeing this screen and the bidders of your event seeing this screen. Now on a phone, it's much more condensed. Here, I press live, and again, the video is broadcasting on my phone, and I'm able to bid below on any of the auction items. So this is a really, we try to keep this as clean as possible, as functional as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and close my bidding screen, and then I'm going to come back to, I'm going to stop my broadcast. So I stopped my video feed, and what I wanted to show you lastly was the donation items. So I have a couple of donation items here. I have the Give Today and this Science Wing Fund. I'm going to show you the Give Today item, and if I press Give Today, and I'm talking about, okay, folks, we want to make sure that everybody can give. We need to get $50,000. Now, in this example, we already have $55,500. So I can see that, people have been giving, but I would say, okay, let's start at $5,000. I need 10 people to give at $5,000. And then let's get 4 more people to give $2,500. And as you work your way to the end, you say, okay, folks, we are going for 100% room participation. If I can get $500 that, from anybody else in this room, or, virtually speaking, $500, let's get everybody to participate. Let's blow this thing out of the water. And you can start to see that total. Again, here's our goal. Here's how much we've actually raised. And that number starts to go up in real time. And it's all handled, again, inside this screen. The EvenStream service is made up of live auction items that you can allow your bidders to bid on from home or from anywhere. The ability to start and broadcast a live stream of your event inside of the bidding application so that people can bid and watch a broadcast at the same time. And the ability to control the appeal and the live auction bidding right from a single screen. And all of that is within the ClickBid platform so that you don't have to go out and find another service or provider to make all of that happen. So hopefully that is a simple and easy way to understand our EvenStream service. We're really, really proud of it. We're continuing to add to it. And we always love feedback, input from our nonprofit partners so that we can continue to make this a much more productive, useful tool for all of our charities out there and for our auctioneer partners to help bring that live auction experience into your event, even if people can't attend the event going forward. So certainly if you have any questions, let us know. We're always available to reach out and to connect with you, do a personalized demo that really kind of dials into your specific needs. And so have a great rest of your week.